What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Just doing me. And today, as you can see by the title, we will be ranking every single character in One Piece for the Water 7 arc specifically. You know, by this point, it's definitely tradition. Every single time we finish an arc in One Piece, we gotta rank all the characters. We did it for I think I went back to do it for Alabasta. We did it for Skypiea. But now we're doing it for Water 7. I think we also did it for was it the I always forget what the arc is called. It's like Long Ring, Long Land, the one we were introduced to the Foxy Pirates and everything like that. I think we did it for that one. I'm not too sure. We maybe skipped that one because it was a very like lackluster arc to say the least, even though it was canon. But regardless, we have Water 7 today. Very excited. There was a lot of goated characters added. There was a lot of characters that it could be do without. But I think there's a lot more goated than trash ones, I guess you can say. We have the tiers here with goated, great, and moose knuckles. And let's just jump right into it. I guess, by the way, as well, like a little disclaimer, I'm ranking this based on like one, how much I like the character, obviously, but two, like how useful they were to like just everything going on within this chapter as well. You know what I'm saying? So for example, and like someone like I think I have the Straw Hats at the at the very end, but like let's say one of the Straw Hats like during that arc, yes, they're a goated character, obviously, but if they were really doing anything, they were kind of just off to the wayside. They were lost the entire time. They weren't really fighting like that, or they were just just doing their own thing. They might get ranked a lot lower than maybe like a previous arc where they were just really in the midst of the fighting going crazy. I'd rank them a lot higher for that arc specifically, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, starting off with, I think his name was Bluno. He was the bartender. Of course, was a part of the whole CP9 like plot twist, which is a very crazy twist by Oda. Oda has it's a thing that this is like only like one of the like beginning arcs that are like really good, and it only gets crazier from here, because that twist I did not see it coming. Like I mean, maybe you could guess like the Gaku and even like the Lucci because they were a part of Gali Law, but like the bartender, like bro, I did not see it coming. I'm not gonna put him in goated, hell nah, but I think I think actually, is he great or is he because of course he's very strong when it comes to like fighting and action and everything like that, obviously. Of course, I'm part of CP9. They're like the master of the six powers, I think they're called. But he talks sometimes. He doesn't have like a crazy personality. He's kind of just like the big brute, the big strong dude. Kind of handles their dirty work almost in a sense. I'm gonna put him in N. Like he didn't do nothing too crazy for me. I don't hate him or nothing like that, but he doesn't wow me. I don't love him as a character, but he was cool. He was cool. I think we have like it was like one of the two guys that ran the train. They can go into Moose Knuckles. Who cares about him? I think they had like some like little funny back and forth moments, but that was literally it. Now we have this girl. Forget her name. Honestly, just forgive me. I know she's like Granny's. I think Granny's somewhere down here. Actually, I think that's her granny or that's her mom. I don't swear they've never explained that. They have like the same type of hair color, obviously, and the way they style it and everything like that, obviously. I wouldn't put her in Moose Knuckles. I'd probably put her in she's funny. She of course hangs around with Chopper and everything like that, but she didn't do nothing that was like, she didn't save nobody. She didn't do nothing crazy. I don't like love her. I don't find her annoying or nothing, but she's not, she's not doing too much. She's not doing too much. She's what I'm saying, a perfect good little then we have this dude from he's not from CP9, but he's of course from the Marines. He's from like the world, not Marines, he's from the world government. It's like one of like their little henchman, I guess you could say. Of course, he's a little bit above like a regular henchman, but yeah, I guess I'll put him in Moose Knuckles. I don't really like him as a character. I think of course we're going against him as being a part of the Straw Hats, obviously. But he's not like a Bluno where he's like big, strong. He kind of he has some weight to him. He got some fighting prowess. He can sniff out pirates, and that's his only thing that he does. I'll definitely put him over this guy for sure. Like this guy's less important, I guess, than him. He was able to sniff out that Usopp was there, but bro, even I could have known that Usopp was inside Robin's jacket at that time. Like, what are we talking about? So I don't remember his name. He's whatever. Next, we have this random ass elephant. I'm trying to remember what this elephant is from. I want to say he was over like Spondum or at some point. Whatever his name was, the guy that kind of leads CP9 now. Regardless, this man doesn't mean. I don't know what this thing. They might have showed this thing one time in one episode during the entire Water 7. Whatever. Frankie, we got probably our first goated character already. Frankie, what, bro? Where do I start? You know what I'm saying? Even from the flashback until like present day, we see the maturity within him. Of course, we see like, and of course he does some bad things too, of him not listening and him basically like not only on him, of course, still with the world government, him them using his ships against him and everything like that. But he didn't listen. He kept on building those ships. That ended up, of course, being to Tom's downfall. But at the same time, Tom still wanted him to keep building and never forgive that, or not forgive, but never forget that, because like that is the, you know, that's what makes a shipbuilder. That's what makes someone who's, you know, creative and that kind of stuff. So Frankie definitely kept that within him. He's still growing as a character even now, like kind of coming to terms with him, you know, with Iceberg and like everything like that. He's definitely not like a perfect character. He's not like matured fully. We're still in the process of it. But he's definitely showing maturity. Even the way like the final conversation he was having with Robin on the train, with right before they got to Enies Lobby, he was kind of telling her like you are worth something, like you are worth the damn. Don't listen to everybody else, like with CP9 telling that you should die and that you don't deserve nothing, that you're like a curse, like you're not any of that stuff. Like I'm seeing people like with Luffy and the rest of the Straw Hats, how hard they're fighting for you, and that means something. You know what I'm saying? You should choose to live. Like don't just turn over and like give up. You basically, you know what I'm saying? He's resilient, he's strong. The fact that this man got hit by, I don't think they ever like showed exactly how that happened. Maybe they'll go into it a little bit later in his lobby, but the fact that this man got hit by the sea train and rebuilt himself to be a cyborg, and he's mad strong now, and he has like this whole like, he had the whole centaur mode and all the kinds of crazy shit. He's mad cool, bro. He's mad cool. I can't wait to see more of him in his lobby and how he turns up when it comes to fighting, and like where his story ends up. You know what I'm saying? Because we kind of had the same thing happen in Skypiea with I forgot what the guy's name was, but you know, like the main, like the, because you know what, each arc kind of has like their own protagonist of that arc, and I think his name it was the guy that had like the bazooka in Skypiea. That dude, he had like a great like closing part to his arc, so I want to see the same thing for Frankie. I hope he doesn't die or nothing like that, please, and that he just has a good ending to his arc and a good character progression. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Next week, I think this is like they can both go together low key. These are like both like the horses, or like the sea kings that were leading the Frankie family when they were leaving the island. I'll put them in like I mean they'll still be in Moose Knuckles, but they're definitely better than this fucking elephant. I'll tell you that. They did a lot more than the elephant did. They were leading the Frankie family, kept keeping them alive and everything like that. They have mad aura and they're just cool and shit, and they just like, you know, they're just ready to go to save Frankie and everything like that. But you know, they're just some sea kings. They're nothing too crazy. This can go into Moose Knuckles. This thing's mad annoying. Like not mad annoying, but it's like, why? Like it's just like an extension of her. You know, I don't know what this thing's name is. They don't explain it. It's like, where did they find this thing at? Watch this thing be some broken ass monster in Enies Lobby. Like let's say she gets kidnapped or something like that. This thing is gonna turn into some big ass buff bunny and start beating people's ass, and I'm gonna take off everything back what I just said. But for right now, Moose Knuckles as hell. Don't care about it. It's a fake ass Looney Tunes character. I'm cool off of it. We have this dude. If I remember correctly, I think this dude is the one that, yeah, you can see Usopp right here. I think he gave Usopp the materials to go fix up the Going Merry. So I think he gave him directions too. So shout out to him. I won't put him in, I think I'll put him maybe top of Moose Knuckles, or should I put him in bottom of because he actually did something to help one of the Straw Hats. Like he actually did something. So I'll put him in I'll probably put him above her. Yeah, because like he actually did something. Like he was actually like, you know, without him, like Usopp would have been lost and not know what the fuck he was doing. So shout out to him. I don't think we got a name, but yeah. I think we have, this is Lucci's bird. When it comes to drip, 10 out of 10. Like go to drip immediately. Like he's like literally sharing the same fit that Lucci be sharing. I guess we can do it both. We can do them both together, you know what I'm saying? But like he's still not anything. I think he's still better than this thing. Like just off the drip alone, you think he has to, is he? Nah, he gotta be in Moose Knuckles, but I think he gotta be better than, at least better than these fucking animals right here. But he's definitely the best animal we've seen so far this season. Or I guess this arc. Lucci, I think it's immediately goated. He's a great antagonist right now. He's strong. He imposes his will. Like no one can fuck with him right now. He's crazy. I still want to see his backstory and like, you know, maybe how they joined CP9, not just for him, but for all the CP9 members. But regardless, again, very strong, very like imposing. Like he just commands attention. Like whenever he's on the screen, he's just like grimacing, looking like, you know, like we gotta get this shit done. We gotta get this mission done. We gotta get Robin and Frankie back to the world government. I'm not playing around. I'm not playing no games. I don't care who has to die. As long as we finish this mission, that's all I care about. Yeah, we just freaking hid undercover for like 5+ years. I don't care about none of that. I have no feelings towards y'all. I'm about this bag. I'm about my duty, you know what I'm saying, as a CP9 member. He's the leader, obviously. I don't want to say too much. He's a phenomenal antagonist. We're still yet to see the rematch between him and Luffy. It's gonna be a crazy rematch. Yeah. Will I put him over Frankie? I don't think so. Just in terms of like character depth. Like we've seen a lot more of Frankie's backstory and where he comes from than Lucci so far. Maybe we'll get more of that in, you know, in his lobby, but he's for sure a go-to character of this arc. Next we have Iceberg. I would have put him in great in the first half of Water 7, but these last like 10 episodes, I think he deserves to be in goated for Iceberg. He did a lot, bro. Not only did he, of course, he goes way back with Frankie when it comes to like, you know, with Tom, and then he was the one that received the blueprints for Pluton. He kept them safe. He knew what, you know, he knew that people were gonna come after his life, just like how Tom did. Gave the things to Cuddy Flam / Frankie, gave the blueprints to him. Still opened up to him, talking about, you know, I don't think I reacted to that on the channel, but he did have a little moment with Frankie, basically kind of telling him like, I'm happy that you're still alive, and they were crying and everything like that. It was a very heartwarming moment. I mean, kind of, I won't say like in terms of like he's like matured. He has matured, like he, you know, he grew older, but he's kind of always been like the more serious one ever since they were kids. But he just did a lot in terms of like I said, the second half of him being freaking kidnapped, almost killed by Robin, and all the rest of CP9, him surviving, him helping the Straw Hats as well. He's still alive even right now. He's just a go-to character. Like, he just did a lot. He was a part of it. He was like at the focal point of everything that was going on throughout the entire arc. I think it'd be like a not a disgrace, but it'd be like would be disingenuous to put him anything below goated. I can see maybe arguing for a great, but I like this character too. He was cool, level-headed. Again, he was a more serious one when they were kids, so it was kind of good to have that balance between him and Frankie, and like the humor they had to with them bickering and, you know, going back and forth all the time. So I think he's a go-to character for this arc, at least for Water 7. I don't know who this is. Who is this? This nasty ass mustache. Y'all let me know who this is. I genuinely have no clue. It might have been in like 2 episodes. He looks important. I'll put him like below this guy because at least I know who this guy is, like these two. But yeah, this dude, who even is this? Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Hold on. Oh, okay, I know who that is now. That's the freaking when they're on the train fighting. This is the dude that was like standing over Sanji and then got his ass kicked immediately. Yeah, he can go and lose Knuckles too. This man, at least I know who he is and everything like that, but he didn't do a damn thing. He got his ass handed to him immediately. He can get out of here. But we have the judge. The judge is actually pretty cool. Shout out to the judge. I think I'll probably put him like right here. He actually was like trying to be an actual judge for justice. He wasn't like trying to like, you know, throw Tom in jail first time of asking. He was actually open to like hearing him out and seeing like what he had to say. Even the second time around, he made sure he kept that promise to Tom of like, yes, we're gonna take you, but we're gonna leave your people alone when it comes to like, you know, with Frankie and Iceberg and everyone. We're gonna leave them alone. We're just gonna take you. He made sure he honored that promise to Tom. Yeah, he was just a good judge. He was a good justice. He could have very easily just been like, nah, I'm gonna just kind of just be like at the government's bidding and just throw your ass in jail, not let you have any say. But nah, he was cool. He was cool. Nothing too crazy, not great or nothing like that. But he was a cool character. Did his thing. And it was actually beneficial to the plot of everything that was going on, at least in the backstory. I think we have like the entire Frankie family right here. I think the entire Frankie family is kind of been great. I think that's like a good, perfect spot for them. They're kind of annoying at times when we first meet them, when they beat up Usopp, obviously, but they get better throughout the arc. They get more lovable, get more like, you know, I don't hate them as much. Like, they're actually kind of like a little bit heartwarming. We see how much they're passionate for Frankie, and, you know, to when they go and save him and everything like that. They have power. I know they kind of get their asses kicked the entire arc, but together, like, they have some, you know, some firepower to them. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely useful. They're definitely helpful. They're, again, loyal. Like I said with Frankie, they're very loyal as well. So anyone who Frankie's fucking with, they're fucking with them as well. Very loyal. Yeah, they're cool. Great cast. All of them. Like, the Frankie family as a whole, great cast. I'm fucking with it. We have Gaku. I think that's his name, right? I think he's easily a great character. I want to see more of him for sure. I do like, cause we got to see more of him than we got to see of Bluno, because, you know, he was part of Gali La and we were there for a little bit. Of course, he started off as a shipwright. He was fucking like soaring and jumping over the freaking city. I'm thinking about it, but thinking about it now, like when he was doing all that crazy shit, it kind of makes sense that he had. Of course, they mastered the 6 powers and everything. Because how was he able to just jump over buildings like that? And now it makes sense. But yeah, of course, very strong, very fast. I think it's gonna be the Zoro fight. I feel like because they were kind of going sword to sword when they were fighting inside the building around. When they were inside the bedroom, I think it was the bedroom of Iceberg during that one moment. Again, we don't know too much about his backstory and like everything like that, but of course, part of CP9, very strong, cool character. I like him. I kind of like it. I love his design, with even like with the little like Pinocchio nose and everything like that. It's cool. It's cool. Like nothing too crazy. He's not goated or nothing like that, but he's a great character. I don't know if this is part of. Is this from One Piece? Who is this? Is he even part from One Piece? Let me just zoom in to make sure, y'all. But I don't even know what this is. It looks like someone out of like, bro. If y'all, this is such a throwback. But if y'all ever grew up watching Disney at night when it was like middle of the night and they had played this show called like The Replacements. Bro, he looks straight out that show, bro. I might be tripping, but this man he must not be part of One Piece. He can go right into Moose Knuckles. I don't know who the fuck that man is. Next we have Khalifa, I'm pretty sure. Of course, the baddie, you know what I'm saying, from the arc. But yeah, she's very strong, obviously. She was Iceberg's secretary. Very loyal to him and everything. It was all an act, you know. Turned on him with CP9. Again, strong. She's kind of like I don't think she's like right below Lucci, but Lucci does always like, hey, do this, hey, do that, hey, write this down, hey, remember this, hey, go and do this for me. And she's like, yes. So she's kind of always like the main one, like, you know, kind of going to go do shit besides Bluno. She's, you know, she's useful, obviously. Like she fucking like ties people up, and like she's just, you know, like all the CP9 members, bro, they're all probably gonna be great because like they're so menacing and everything like that. But we just need some more character depth to see like where they came from, why are they doing this. We know they're working for the world government, but like there has to be a deeper reasoning, you know, like in terms of their backstories and stuff like that's what I'm looking for. But for right now, they can all be in great. I think I'll put Gaku above her though. I like Gaku more than her, but they're all, you know, great, right? I think this is just another Frankie member, no? Like I think this is another. I don't know who this is. Like again, like I'm assuming it's some more Frankie members, but like I think no, aren't they like? Maybe they split up all the Frankie members because I think these are like the big 3 big guys are the Frankie members, actually. So if that's the truth, let me just look because this guy's different too. Like these guys are all different. So if that's the case, I'm gonna put all of them together. Cause this guy specifically, like, no, he needs to be in great. I think he's kind of like the leader when Frankie's not around, but he needs to be in great. That's what I'll probably do. The rest of them can all probably go in because he himself is great, yes. But like the rest of them can all probably go in like over here. I think Blue's probably still above them, but like the rest of them can all go in where's the rest of them? This guy, these people too. They can all go in Is anyone else of them? I think that's it. The girls will be separate because the girls actually kind of have their own thing going on, but I think that's it. Next, we have the Going Merry. Basically, of course we learned that through like I guess like an old ship's tale that's kind of been passed down through generations, is that when a ship is really when a ship is really loved by its crew members, they can develop a spirit. I forget what the spirit's called specifically, but they can develop a spirit. And the Going Merry for sure had one. And this is kind of cool because this goes all the way back to fucking Skypiea, when the ship was, of course, when the Merry was destroyed and got fixed up overnight. We were like, who the fuck did that? All the way back then, it was the spirit of the ship. She fixed herself up, and she's like alive, basically. And that's goated, and that's very much goated. That's a crazy callback. I mean, not that I didn't think nothing of it, because of course it's like one of those things in story, at least in good storytelling, when they show something, it's gonna mean something. They're not gonna show it for no reason. But the fact that she fixed herself up to Merry, and she kind of really was crying when Usopp was fighting Luffy, like, bro, goated as hell. I want to probably put her over Iceberg. I think Frankie's still probably more goated, but that was like a crazy touching moment. Was not expecting that. That's like another twist in itself, that she's alive and she fixed herself and it's a whole spirit within her. So like her death, like the way she died by Gaku is even crazy because we didn't even get to say a good farewell to her. She just got cooked in the fucking Laguna storm. So that sucking blows too. But yeah, immediately goated for sure, for sure. Next we have Granny. Granny, she's great. I think kind of like bordering. I probably would like this actually, by the way. Probably bordering goated. Because she kind of like is non-existent in the first half of Water 7. She's kind of just kind of peering in and out. But the second half, she comes in clutch with, you know, of course, running the sea train, giving them a way to, like, you know, be able to get to Enies lobby, supporting them as well, kind of keeping everyone level-headed, keeping everyone grounded. Of course, bringing the frog guy at the end into the team as well. She's just a cool character, bro. Like, she's kind of was a cool character throughout the entire thing. Again, she was kind of ghost like for a good part of it, but when she did come in the second half, she did her thing. So I think she's a great character. I think she's definitely top of great for sure, for sure. This dude, who the hell is this? Is this the first judge? Because this was the second one when they came back to, you know, to relieve Tom, and then they, you know, cheated him and everything like that. This is him. I think this might be the first judge. I think it might have been. Were they different judges? That sounds right. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong, but I think this might be been the first judge. Maybe there was 2 different judges. Maybe. If not, and this is some random dude, y'all let me know in the comments. I'll probably, this man, if he's not a judge, he's in Moose Knuckles. But if he is, like who I'm thinking about, he's the first judge that let him go build the sea train for Tom, then yeah, he can stay right there next to him. They can both be anchored. They were both all solid judges. But if he's some random ass geezer, Moose Knuckles. Who the hell is this? Let me zoom in again, bro. I don't know who this man is. Who is that? It's like some type of samurai or something. I don't even know who the hell that is. This dude can go into Moose Knuckles. I don't know who this is. Y'all let me know again. Like, there's so many characters they be introducing that or that just be one-off sometimes. I have no idea who that is. And next we have the like the little sisters of Frankie. I want to put them right next, because did they do anything though? They kind of always was just following Frankie around, just kind of being comedic relief. Honestly, they weren't like really like standing on business or fighting or anything like that. I won't say they're useless, but they surely weren't useful either. Never mind. I thought they were gonna be a lot higher, but they'll probably be like right next to the rest of the Frankie family. They all cool for sure. Like, I don't hate them. I thought they were pretty funny, but like they weren't nothing too special. And this guy was like locking it at the end, like, you know, apologizing, pleading his case, was kind of like making sure that he was kind of leading them without Frankie, like I said. So he deserves to be in his own little tier, I feel like. But the rest of them, hell no. I put the girls above the rest of the Frankie family for sure. They're kind of like second in command almost, but that's it. Oh, I didn't mean to put Naimi so high. I want to do all of them like at the end for the try, like I always do. Next we have Nero. I think he's dead now, but we just met him. He was like the newest member to CP9. He mastered 4 of the 6 powers. I thought he was gonna be a lot more of a threat, but Frankie cooked him. He did have to sweat a little bit, Frankie, but more or less Nero got cooked by Frankie, like easily too, honestly. Yeah, it was like not even like an episode, he was cooked. He was cool, I guess. Cool design and stuff. I thought it was gonna be a lot more to him, but he got beat up too fast. He's not Moose Knuckles, but he's definitely nothing in great. I'd probably put him in eh. Maybe like, is he better than the family? Sure, he could be like right here, like, or maybe like above the girls. Fuck no, bro. He got beat too fast. He got just like not one shot, but like it wasn't even like I didn't worry that Frank was gonna beat him. Basically, I was like, oh, yeah, Frankie got this in the bag. Next, again, there's no way this is a person. This is a panda head on some random guy's chest. Who is this? Y'all let me know. This guy is not real. Who is, like, for a panda head, I for sure would have recognized that. There's no way I would have forgot that. I don't know who that is. Y'all let me know. Next we have Polly. I want to say Polly is goated. I want to say Polly is for sure goated. Like, Polly is like the most, like, at least one of the most turmoil characters this season. Like, or I guess this arc. Sorry. Because first of all, like, part of Gali Law, he was like, of course, when he was telling them that the Mary was like cooked and they couldn't ride it anymore, he was really trying to get them to understand. We know how loyal he is. He was riding hard for Iceberg. It was very heartbreaking to find out that, of course, he was being lied to this entire time by his entire friend group for the last 5+ years, and that he has no one now. It's just him and Iceberg. The fact that he's kind of still fighting on, keeping his wits about him, still trying to be a leader even in these trying times, is remarkable, very commendable. He saved him as well when like Luffy and Zoro broke out of the little like spots they were stuck in, and they were trying to get back to the show, to like the bridge or whatever. Without him, they would have died in the water. And so he saved them. That's a big plus. Again, he's still fighting even now, going to Ina's lobby with them. He's ready for the, he's doing his thing, ready for the fight. Like, he's a he's a goated character, bro. He's phenomenal. Hey, I argue he's probably like right here, like right below Frankie. Like, he's been through a lot. Again, losing his friend group, still leading the team, still ready to fight. He's been beaten, internal bleeding, blood, like everything, bro. Anything you can think of, this man's gone through. He's been cooked the entire arc, but he's still up and fighting. My man Paulie, shout out to you, bro. Goated as hell. We have this other dude, and I think we can all kind of do all of them together. Like, I think these two, I think his name is like Tombstone or some shit, something like that. And this guy, I forget what his name is. He's the guy with that little hair thing, and he be popping around his body. But they're cool, bro. Like, they're like they're perfect like nothing. They're they're kind of part of the group at this point. I think this guy's a little bit funnier because we got to see a little bit more of him. He kind of disappeared like midway through the season, or I guess through the arc. But yeah, they're all in the same vein. Like, they're just like, they're not bad characters. They're kind of funny when they do pop up on the screen, but they're not really doing anything too wild. I think that's kind of disingenuous to put Luno here, honestly, so I'll probably put him like this. I think that all the CP9 people have to be in great. I don't feel like he deserves to be an with the rest of them, if you ask me. Yeah. I think that's fine. Next we have more Frankie family member. I'll put them all together. I thought I got all of them. Put them right here. Ooh, we got Sniper King. Ooh. Sniper King, brand new character to the show, obviously. He's phenomenal. He showed up on the train, and he's been helping ever since. He helped get Robin, like sneak his way in there. He had a plan and everything like that to get Robin. He's been good like in fights and stuff like that too. A good little support in the back, sniping, getting his stars off and everything like that, doing his thing. Gotta respect that. He's been cool. We just met him though. It's still very early on, so we don't know too much about the depth of the character. But so far, it's great. A great character in my opinion. I don't think is he higher than these guys? Yeah, I think I put him right here. No, I probably put him right there. He's funny as fuck too. I love the accent. Yeah. I put something like this right there. I think that's solid. I think it's very, very solid right there. I'm not mad at it. Yeah, Sniper King though, phenomenal character so far. Next we got Spondum. This man's boring as fuck, bro. Not only do I hate this character, obviously, I mean, maybe some of y'all do. You probably hate him too, because of course he's supposed to be like one of like the big bad antagonists over CP9. He's conniving. But that makes a good antagonist. He's conniving. He's nasty. He's a bitch. Like, he can't fight hand on hand. He gets cooked the entire time. Like, he's just he's like a low-key type of character where he's just in the back masterminding shit, but doesn't want to get his hands dirty himself. I hate that kind of character, but it makes for a good antagonist. So I definitely put him in great. I pile him, but we still need some more. I guess not character depth. We did see his backstory of him kind of like working his way up the ranks to get to where he is now. He's definitely not fucking goated, hell no. But I'll probably put him like above Gaku, I think. I do hate his character, but again, that's a good sign of a good antagonist. So yeah, I'll put him in great. I like that. I'm not mad at that right there. This is the other fucking conductor guy. He can go in Moose Knuckles. This guy we have this new dude. What was his name? But basically he was like another swordsman. He was kind of like living and dying by his crewmates. He wanted to keep all of them alive and keep them safe and everything like that. Very respectable. He's strong as a bitch too, mind you, because there's the moment where Sanji cuts off the cart, and this man is dead ass running through the storm on the tracks for the sea train. Like, he's just trudging through by himself without a boat, just running through to kind of catch up to the sea train, which is fucking crazy. But of course he gets beaten by Zoro one shot damn near because it's fucking Zoro. But his crewmates love him. I can see why they do. Cool character. I think he's still probably an though, because we didn't see too much. Should I put him in bottom of great? I'll probably put him top of N. I'll probably put him top of N. I don't think he's a great character or nothing like that. Maybe I should move you down too. I don't know if you deserve to be in great. Like, you did like 1-2 cool things. I'm probably overhyping you too much. I'm doing too much with that. You can be an N too. But yeah, he's an N character. He's not terrible, nothing like that. He didn't get a lot of time to shine. I thought the fight between him and Zoro was gonna be a lot longer, but Zoro just one-shot him. So if that fight was was a lot longer, he was kind of actually boxing with Zoro for a little bit, he probably would have been a lot higher. But it's okay though. He's still a cool character nonetheless. Frankie family member can go down here. Tom is immediately goated. Obviously, that goes without saying if you ask me. I probably put the Mary down here. It's Tom. I think Frankie's still better than Tom and stuff, but like Tom, of course, raised Frankie, raised Iceberg. He was just goated in the sense of his mentality. Like till his death, he was laughing like with a smile on his face. Only time he ever got mad was when Frankie sat there and was like, you know, I'm gonna stop creating. I'm gonna stop taking pride in my creations, in my shipbuilding. And he was like, man, hell nah, fuck that. Do not let other people, like especially not the world government, dictate how you see your art, how you see your creativity. Do not let that shit ever. Don't even let that shit come out of your mouth ever again. He died for them to, you know, give up his life so they could live on. Which is a great father figure, bro. Again, always laughing, always happy and everything like that. He's a fisherman as well, so it kind of goes back to Arlong, I think. Arlong. He was also a fisherman too, so I guess they're all like fishermen and stuff like that. Of course, he's also goated in the sense that he made the fucking ship for what's his the king, of course the great king that passed away at the very beginning of the anime. It was like Goldie Roger, I think. It's kind of slipping my mind right now, but he made the ship for him, which is a legendary pirate right there. So the fact that he made a ship that was able to go around the entire world and was just terrorizing people. So that's crazy in itself. But yeah, easily goated. I don't gotta say too much. Easily goated. I think this is the mouse that is alongside with what's his face, with Iceberg, right? Iceberg's mouse. I just realized that Lucci had his own little mascot. And Iceberg did too with his little mouse. That's kind of funny. He's not the best mouse. He's not the best animal for sure, because this man had drip for the bird. So I'm gonna put him number 1. But the mouse was cool. He was loyal too. When Iceberg was tied up in that fire, like he was right there alongside with him. He didn't run away. So shout out to the mouse. I don't know what his name is, but he was loyal as fuck. And I gotta respect that shit. Next we have this dude. I watched this. Obviously, I didn't react to it on the channel, but this was like a ramen noodle fighter. He was fighting Sanji. Sanji was kind of struggling a little bit. Then Sanji realized to himself, like, hey, I don't use weapons usually, but we're in the kitchen and you're made out of noodles. So let me bring out the fucking kitchen knives. Let me get to work, and cut him down to size and won that fight. He's not a Moose Knuckles. He's eh. Like, they're like all the fucking, they're not vice captains, but they're like the people they had to get to the CP9. They were cool fights. There weren't nothing crazy. Like they weren't struggling too bad. It was like, okay, I need to kind of think of it in a different way, and I can win this fight. And that's how it was. And he's like, when Sanji kind of picked up the fucking knife, he just started cooking that man immediately. So it was kind of whatever after that point. He did fight for a lot longer though than this guy did. He fought for a lot longer than this guy did. So I'll give him that. I'll probably put it like this actually. It was very creative too. I've never seen that before in any anime. But he was a noodle master. He was like doing like bulky noodles, like fucking. He was like spitting it out. He was like using it as like a lasso. He was going crazy with that shit. It was very creative. That's the thing I would kind of say. That was very creative. He was annoying a little bit, but he was very, very creative. So shout out to Oda for that, even thinking about something like that for a fighter. And then last but not least, before the Straw Hats, we have I think his name was like Yokozuna, the frog. We haven't seen too much of him. He's kind of been like sporadic throughout the entire arc. Because we got to see a lot more of his backstory at the end of him. Like he keeps getting hit by the sea train every single time because he's trying to get stronger and stronger to kind of make up for what, you know, Tom's lost and everything like that. So he's ready to fight now with the rest of the Straw Hats and the rest of the gang. So that's very commendable as well. I think he's an he's not great or nothing like that, but again, he's not like a bad character or nothing. So I'll probably put him like something around here. You can move this guy down, bro. He got cooked too. I mean, I guess he's also a fighter. But you got cooked too fast. Yeah, you got cooked too fast, bro. He can be like, yeah, he can be right here. He can be right here. You can move the girls down too. Something like this. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Like They're just gonna for sure gonna be an eh. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but yeah. But yeah, Frog was cool. We're probably gonna see a lot more of him when it comes to like the Enies lobby for sure. I'm gonna see how strong he is, and you know, he might. I feel like he might die. Low key, like I feel he might sacrifice himself. Hopefully not, but he might sacrifice himself. I'm gonna say right here, he might sacrifice himself for Yokozuna. Okay, first of the Straw Hats, you know, getting down to the nitty gritty. Here we go. We have Nami. So Nami, this arc, let me think of what she did. Because this arc, what did she do, bro? She kind of was just kind of doing a lot more of like information relaying. Like I don't think she ever got caught. Thankfully, she was kind of always the one kind of like bouncing around, like, oh, this happened over here. Someone got captured over here. We got a group over together over here. But she didn't really do nothing too crazy. Like, I don't think, of course, she doesn't really fight like that. Obviously, we know she's not the main fighter of the group. But I don't know. I don't think she did anything that was wild. I'm trying to think, because Watch was a pretty long arc from the very beginning to now. When they got the money and then they first met Frankie and everything. Yeah, I don't think she did too much. I kind of put her in eh, honestly. Like so far, like she didn't, like at the very end, she was navigating to help them get to Eni's lobby, but that was at the very end. Like unless I'm tripping, I'm forgetting something. I don't think she did nothing that was too crazy. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep her an eh. Y'all let me know if I'm forgetting something from Water 7 for her, but I think she deserves to be an eh for this arc alone, at least for this arc specifically. Zoro, I think Zoro's always gonna be goated. I like him and Sanji are like just hand in hand, or of course like are the right hand man of Luffy. They always lock in. Like Zoro was like, I will say this, they were both, well, not even Sanji, because Sanji kind of has his own thing going on. But for Zoro, he kind of was lost the entire time, honestly. But when he did show up, he beat this guy in one move. Him and Luffy fucking sliced the hole through that big ass wave so they could get through. He just showed up when he needed to. Basically, he just showed up when he needed to. Maybe you can argue maybe he deserves to be in great because of that reason. Like he did do some cool shit at the end, but like that was at the very end. Like the rest of the season, he was just gone. Just he got cooked inside the room and got kicked out by Lucci, him and Luffy. So they lost that fight obviously. Before that, he was just lost the entire time. He didn't really do too much. Yeah, so I'll put him top of great. Again, I could be like forgetting something that he did because it's been a long arc. But from things I'm remembering, I think the top of grade is not bad. Sanji will be for sure and goated because he wasn't lost the entire time. Because of course, when they finally showed it, he knew something was up with Robin. He tailed her and was able to find out that she was going on the train. If it wasn't for him tailing her and getting on that train, Usopp and Frankie would have been captured. They never would have even got a chance to get to Robin. He beat almost everybody's ass on that damn train and was like smart enough to, like, you know, to break the train apart and all that good shit. He fought to the very last breath. So yes, even though he might have been ghost like the first half, he was actually working behind the scenes. It wasn't like Zoro who he just got fucking lost the entire time. So yeah, I think he's for sure. Is he above Tom? I don't think so. Lucci's not above Tom either. Fuck no. I think this is a cool little top 3. Sanji above Iceberg? And then they're kind of neck and neck. You can argue this, but yeah. Actually, he might be above Lucci, Sanji. Hold on, bro. Yeah. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this right now. Yeah. This is good. Next, we have Chopper. Chopper had a pretty good arc, bro. He was like everywhere, I feel like. He was healing people. When like he was taking care of Usopp when he got injured and stuff, he of course was still caring for him. Everyone else still cares for him too. He's like the little brother of the group, so he kind of like shows it a lot more than the rest of them do. But he was still caring for Usopp openly, trying to give him like, you know, medications and stuff like that. Trying to like, I think him and Sanji went to go tell Usopp when he was still on the going merry that hey, you need to get out of here. Like there's a storm coming. Be cautious. He was also boxing and fighting too as well when they were inside that room with his little, you know, his like his rumble stuff that he'd be using. He also saved him from the fire for Iceberg, and I think not Nami. I think it was Iceberg and Paul he saved from the fire. That was good. You know, he's a doctor at heart, and he's just a good person. So he saved them from the fire. What else did he do? I think that was the main stuff that he did. I'm pretty sure he kind of was just always around, just helping people like he usually does, and like he's of course great comedic relief. Yeah, I think he might be alongside with Zoro. I don't think he was goated this arc, but he was very great. I think Zoro. I won't say he's better than Chopper. I think that might be kind of no. That's what I'm forgetting. Chopper saved Zoro. If it wasn't for him spotting Zoro, this man would have died. Same thing with Nami too, because Nami had to go find that man. But does that make her? Because Chopper did a lot more than Nami did, even besides that. So maybe Nami still stays right here, or did she become low grade? Because she did find Luffy. No, she didn't find Luffy. Oh, who found Luffy? It was Granny. Granny found Luffy. Granny was like, "What the fuck is that over there?" And then she was like, "What the?" And then she found her. So it wasn't even her. But Chopper did find Zoro by himself. So I'm gonna put Chopper above Zoro just for that sole reason. Because without Chopper, bringing and Chopper brought the sword as well to let Zoro cut his way out. He would have died in there. So yeah, Chopper was for sure phenomenal this season. Yeah, he was definitely great. Definitely great this season. Might be kind of low goated. I could see the argument for that for sure for this season. Usopp. I mean, that fight he had with Luffy was phenomenal. Like he was holding his own. Like he was cooking Luffy for a little bit. Then Luffy got serious, and that was it for that. Other than that, bro, like he was kind of fighting for the Mary the entire time. But like he was kind of being very stubborn about it. I understand, obviously it's the Mary. I understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, like she can't go anymore. Like it's hard to let go, obviously, but it kind of has to be done at this point. But I understand though. I understand why he's like so, hung up on it with the Mary and everything like that. I'm not like, clueless to that. But other than that, bro, he didn't like, besides that fight, he wasn't really doing anything. Of course, he refused to go and help Robin. And when they told him the truth of everything that was going on, he couldn't bring himself to do it because he already left the group. So he didn't feel like he was like, he couldn't bring himself to like, bring himself, for the group, you know what I'm saying, after that happened. So yeah, I'm gonna put him in Eh. He has some good moments for sure, but a lot more bad and like, I guess, negative. So I'm gonna leave him in Eh for sure. Robin's goated for sure this season. It's just where you want to put it is my question. Because we got half the season we're thinking that she's getting, I thought she was getting hypnotized, like she's doing this shit because she's being forced to. Like, what is the reasoning behind her, leaving her friends, selling them out, blackmailing them, all this crazy shit. But we find out that, and her, at least a little bit of her backstory, that she had a buster call called on her home island that destroyed everything. And when she was told that, hey, if you don't work with us, we're gonna call a buster call on your friends, she said, I can't let that happen. So even though at first it was like she's tricking us, she's lying to us, this, that, and the third, it was like, nah. In actuality, she's actually been trying to save everybody. And yes, it might be the best way to go about everything. It's the way that works for her. And that, again, with her past, it's understandable why she's going down this route. And that's very commendable, right? And of course, she's very strong and she can fight if she needs to. But she's been like, this entire arc has been going through this mental turmoil to get them to survive and live throughout this island, even though if it might mean the death of her. So yeah, for sure, goated. I probably put her like maybe alongside Iceberg. I want to say, I think I'm putting Lucci too high, bro. He's very menacing and everything like that, but we still need to know more about his character, so I'm gonna put him down. But yeah, I think I want to say Robin is above Iceberg. Maybe that could be interchangeable too, but she's for sure goated. She did too much this season. She did way too much this season. Now we have Luffy, Joy Boy himself, the GOAT, Captain. Luffy, he had a very interesting arc, to say the least. For the first time in forever, like not the first time in forever, he's been beaten before, but he couldn't do nothing against Lucci. Not a single thing. Not a Gatling, not a Gomu, not a anything. He got cooked the entire time, and then he spent most of his time in between fucking buildings than even doing anything. I'll be honest. He's kind of like in a Zoro front. He might not be goated this season or this arc. For the first time, he might not be goated. Maybe you can argue that, but of course I know he locked in at the end. But I would argue at the end it was more Zoro than him. Yes, he is the leader. Yes, he does inspire his people to we're gonna go save Robin. We're not caring about nothing. We can't leave throughout the storm. We're gonna find a way. and all that cool shit. He is the leader, he is the captain. I understand that, but again, he lost the fight, was trapped majority of the season, had to be kind of saved by Nami slash saved by Polly slash saved by Chopper. And in his lobby, he's probably gonna be goated. You know, that's gonna go right back to goated. But for Water 7 specifically, there was definitely a lot better characters. And we didn't even get to see him, like, it was more of the backstory between Frankie and Iceberg anyways, than it was like a Luffy oriented, you know, thing that was going on. You know what I'm saying? So I think Luffy stays like that. I think I still put Chopper above Luffy because, again, without Chopper, they would have died anyways. So I'm gonna still put it like this. I think this is a pretty valid list. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Let me zoom in a little bit. Y'all go ahead and take your pictures and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? A little Water 7 list going on right here. I think this is valid, though. I think it's very valid, you know. We have Frankie, Polly, Tom, Sanji, Iceberg, Robin, Lucci, and the Going Mary herself, and Goated. And then, of course, Chopper, Luffy, Zoro, the Granny, Sniper King, Spondum. Now, you deserve to be in great. Spondum, Gaku, Khalifa, and Bluno, and then everybody else. Was with Nami and Usopp. But yeah, it was a cool. I loved Water 7. It was a great arc, if you ask me. I mean, y'all like it too. I mean, this is a lot of people's favorite arc, alongside with Ines Lobby. Kind of go hand in hand. But yeah, phenomenal arc. Great setup for Ines Lobby. I'm so excited for it. Y'all do not understand. I know there's gonna be some great fights, some great character development, some very sad backstories unveiled. Oda is cooking his ass off right now. He is cooking with gas right now. So very excited to see that. Y'all should be seeing that very, very soon. I am planning to watch our new anime that's gonna be coming to the channel very, very soon. Y'all should be seeing this on Thursday. So that new anime should be probably coming out, I want to say next Monday. Of course, actually no, it might be coming out Saturday because I'm gonna start switching up the schedule when it comes to like Sakamoto days and Solo Leveling. It's not gonna be probably every weekend anymore. Probably gonna pick and choose my episodes a lot more when it comes to those, so I'll have some more time to do other things. So y'all, I will for sure see the resurgence of Naruto back to the channel, right? I'm gonna get back on some Naruto so I can finish the Zabuza arc, kind of start getting through that. So Naruto, brand new anime coming to the channel, and in this lobby for sure. You can expect for the anime portion of things and stuff like that. So yeah, love you guys as always. Thank you guys for all the support. It means the world to me with all the likes, all the subs, all the comments. You know, this is my passion. This is my dream. Of course, we're on our way right now to get into 2,000 subs. So again, any type of support, generally do appreciate it. So thank you so much for all y'all that y'all do. And yeah, this is my Water 7 tier list. We will be doing once we finish that. I think it's a pretty long arc as well. It's like a 40-50 episode arc. So you might not see another tier list for like, at least for this, for like another couple of weeks, maybe like a month plus, unless I binge through it a little bit fast, and then we'll see. But yeah, love you guys as always. See you on the next video. Peace.